We'll go into qualifying here. Last year's pole and track record, a 23.07 set by Joseph Urbanic. We'll start our outlap with Jason Reefschneider, championship leader. First ever race win was in Finland, last race. So, let's see how he does here. Outlap is looking hot. You know, he's looking solid so far, so we'll see his lap time. Remember, it's only one lap time, makes a quick mistake, but he fixes it quickly. So he comes across, comes across the line to start his lap here. So, around the first corner, he's doing good. He's keeping his apexes tight to the inside of the corner. Does hit a wall there, makes a small mistake, but he is able to keep going and makes a huge mistake. Oh no! Hits the wall. Just I was running out of things to say. Hits the wall, comes across the line. So Ryder will exit the pits. Comes around the first corner. Let's see his outlap. Let's just talk a little bit about Ryder. You know, projected to. I mean, he's just a number 2 guy. He's always. I predicted him number 2 in the championship on my podcast that never got released with Gavin because the stream wasn't long enough. But I predicted him number 2. Gavin predicted him number 4 with Jason in third. But anyway, that further ado, let's begin his lap. You know, he comes across the first corner, and I mean, he's been second last race, and you know, it seems like the only race he can win is Hudson Bay. So let's see if he can change that this season with Josen last in the championship to start. Well, I guess technically not last, but he comes. He's doing very well. Does a lot better than Jason did. Not making any mistakes so far. And as I say that, he crashes, hits 2 walls, and he comes across the line. What was his time? All right, so Evan Kessing begins his lap time now. Or sorry, not his lap time, his outlap. Sorry. He's actually looking solid, not making mistakes yet, but feels like around Greenland we have a little bit of a commentator's curse rolling with the laps with Joseph. Everyone seems to be messing up at the same corner, but anyway, he will start his lap now. So, let's see. Around the first corner and around the second corner, looking pretty. Oh, I was about to say he's looking pretty good, but he made a huge mistake coming into the tight chicane. On the last final straight here, he'll come across the line, hits the wall again. So Crosby will begin his outlap now. There we go. So he will begin his outlap. Comes around the first corner. And, you know, did not have a good race last week in Finland, but comes around the chicane. And he will, you know, I think, well, I mean, he's done better than Joseph so far, but I don't know. People aren't expecting much out of him, especially after that first season, but hopefully he can put together a lap now. Comes across the line to start his lap. Let's see here. Comes around the first corner, heads into the chicane. Smooth through there, doesn't hit a wall like Evan. He's doing good. Avoided every wall, stays tight to the corner there. Going decently fast so far, I have to say. Let's see if he can keep it together through here. Every driver's messed up. He avoids hitting the wall. Let's see if he can go pole. Comes across the line. So Joseph, he's looking fast already. Comes around the first corner. You know, Crosby didn't make any mistakes, but I should have known, just based off of the pace from Joseph right now, that he wasn't pushing all the way. But, you know, it is what it is, and not the greatest lap time from Crosby, but we'll see if Joseph can improve. Joseph hits the wall just like every other driver before him here except for Crosby. Comes across the line. Let's see if Joseph can. He's using all of the track available to him right now. He's so on the edge and almost hitting walls. But now comes across a chicane and having a solid lap so far. I have to say he is going pretty fast. Avoids the wall again. Or that's not what they hit the wall. It's right here. Let's see if he can avoid it. He does fine. Let's see if he comes across the line. Does he go pole? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Greenland Grand Prix. And after a very exciting qualifying session last night, we are now racing. And let's go through the starting grid for the race today. On pole, we have Joseph Urbanik after a tragic start to last race, starting in dead last. Not a good. No, it wasn't quite dead last. It was fourth. Sorry, but next up. On the front row, we have Ryder Bates starting in second. And in third, Jason Riefschneider won the last race. It was his first win. In fourth, we have Crosby Sherapan. And in last, we have Evan Kessing. So let's get underway in Greenland. Let's start the lights. It's lights out and away we go. Joseph gets the best start out of anyone. Ryder's close behind. Ryder! Oh! Gets hit off into the wall by Joseph. Kessing makes his way up to third. Joseph drops to last. Yeah, it is definitely a hard place to pass around here. But Joseph is not having a good start at all. Crosby is now in last. See if Joseph can catch up to Evan of this 20-lap race. Remember, guys, 20 laps. For those watching at home and the drivers here. Joseph still in first. End of lap 1. It's lap 2 now. Joseph hits a couple of walls, but he's still okay. Now, Ryder now begins the chase to catch Joseph. And Jason makes his way past Evan. Evan fell behind. So, Joseph now begins lap 3. People come across the line. Kessing in fourth. Crosby in dead last. Joseph in first. Ryder in second. Jason in third. What? Huh? Well, no, I heard him say he's going to try and mess everyone up, but, like, I can't really do anything about that until he actually does it. So, just a little recap so far. Joseph in first, pulling away from Ryder. Jason about to catch up. Oh, and he gets put in the wall by Ryder. So Jason was closing the gap to Ryder, and he falls far behind. Jason! Oh, Ryder makes a mistake! Jason overtakes him! Joseph is still in first. I keep messing up the J's. Jason is in second. Ryder's in third. Awful start for Ryder. Just seems like he can't get his motion, but Jason makes a huge mistake. Ryder overtakes him. Oh, it's a battle, and Jason gets hit, and he falls behind. Lap 5 of the race now. It is lap 5, right? Does lap 5 sound correct to everybody? Lap 5? Maybe, I think it's lap 6. I think it's lap 6. Alright, so we're about to begin We'll just call it lap 7. We'll begin lap 7. The laps are very inconsistent around here, but that is also my fault. So, Jason about a lap Crosby. Ryder far behind from Joseph and followed by Jason closely. Man, the field spread is very far apart here. Kessing just in no man's land in the middle of everyone. Crosby making a couple mistakes now. Let's see if Joseph can get past him. Lap 8 about to begin. See how Ryder's doing back here. So Ryder going strong. Jason makes a huge mistake as I start following him. So lap 9 about to begin. Let's see if Joseph he hits a wall. Let's see if he can get past Crosby. It is a very hard track to pass. Basically, all the passes rely on mistakes. Crosby bouncing back and forth. See if he can hit Joseph out of the way and knock him off. He does. Joseph slightly affected by that. Let's see if Crosby can slow him up and Ryder can catch back up. Crosby makes a huge mistake. Joseph's in the wall. Jason gets past Ryder. Ryder gets shoved into a wall, and Jason starts to pull away. Jason just couldn't get past Ryder earlier. Let's see if he can pull away from Ryder. So the current grid right now, Joseph's in the wall. Joseph! Jason's about to overtake him. Jason right on him. It starts raining. It starts raining and snowing. Let's see how this affects things. Oh, Jason gets hit, but Ryder also gets hit. Ryder goes for the overtake, but he gets hit out of the way. Jason hits a wall. And Joseph finally gets past Crosby. Ryder gets stuck. Let's see, Jason gets past Crosby. Ryder overtakes the both of them. What a move! So now Jason is in clean air. Joseph is, oh my God. Joseph's in clean air. Let's see how things will be affected by this. It's now lap 12. About to be lap 13. Lap 13 beginning now. So, current field spread right now is Joseph, Ryder, Jason, Evan, and then Crosby. Crosby is the only driver who's been lapped so far. Joseph is pulling away from the pack of Ryder and Jason. Jason so close to overtaking Ryder, but he gets put in the wall. Yeah, they're catching up to Kessing. There's Joseph. He's catching up to Kessing now. Kessing's got to be... He's got... Now, both of them not really pushing to the max, as you can see. Joseph makes mistakes at the same spot every lap. Right after turn 1 and on the straight, he just keeps getting stuck on that diagonal little straight. So let's see. Ryder's catching up to Joseph now. Let's see if he can catch him. Joseph trying to catch up to Evan. Evan making a couple mistakes. Ryder not far behind at all. Joseph catching up. So is Ryder. Jason's falling behind just a tad bit. Crosby nowhere to be seen in this fight. Jason! Oh, Jason overtakes. What a ballsy move by Jason. Absolutely sends it, but Jason gets stuck. Ryder re-overtakes and takes the position, but Jason takes it back. It's side by side. Joseph and Evan are able to pull away as they fight. Ryder makes a huge mistake. I think he got hit off into the wall by Jason. And Joseph overtakes as we are about to move on to lap 18. So Joseph leading the race. Joseph about a lap. And Jason's far ahead of them. Ryder will continue to struggle in his passing game. Ryder is stuck for a while there. So it is lap 19, second to last lap of the race. Let's see where Joseph is. Joseph is long gone by now. Joseph is about to lap Crosby twice. So, Joseph comes across the line for his last and final lap. So, alright, so Jason is in second. Let's see if he can keep that or if he makes a huge mistake. Joseph making a couple mistakes now. But Joseph, he keeps getting stuck behind Crosby. If Crosby can put Joseph into a wall in a place where he can't get caught, this would be a great opportunity for Jason to catch up. Now, I don't even think Joseph's going to be able to lap Crosby now, but Joseph comes across the line and wins with Jason in second. I just stuttered very bad. Jason in second. Ryder in third. Kessing only 1 lap behind, and Crosby almost 2 laps behind. What a race. And Joseph Urbanek goes from pole to winning the race. Congratulations, everybody, and this is your Greenland Grand Prix podium. There you go. And they are drowning in the champagne here. Hello, Joseph. Welcome, and frankly, well done after today's race. How does that feel? Do you know?
It just feels good. You know, finally get my foot in the door where I wanted to be, and yeah, hope to continue that through next week.
Yeah, and regarding next week, how are you gonna kind of carry your mentality and mindset of, you know, I won this and I should be in the championship lead after, you know, what happened in Finland? How are you gonna carry that into next week?
Just be prepared, you know. Success comes from how prepared you are, not your confidence.
Yeah, and what are you gonna do to prepare for next week? Just mentally overthink everything, or are you gonna? How much practice is required?
Studying the track, studying the opponents.
All right.
They get clumped up, and I'm just smarter than that.
All right, thank you.
Yep.